First up, let's catch up with Andrew McKellar, who's the CEO of the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. You've been speaking out about the Fortress Australia that's been in place, obviously, for a couple of years, the barrier coming down now. But you're worried that we'll have done permanent damage to this country and our economy.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be with you. Look, I think the Fortress Australia mentality that we've had over the past 2 years, we can't overlook the fact that it does come with a cost. We are reopening now. That's very welcome. There's no doubt about that. The fact that we're going to have international tourists, business visitors coming back into Australia, that will be a big economic win. But we shouldn't kid ourselves that we will get back to where we were overnight. It's going to take a couple of years to do that. And we're going to have to invest to restore our reputation around the world and remind people just what an attractive destination Australia really is.
Well, our rules and the heavy-handed approach of our police in some states have got a lot of international attention. The deportation of Novak Djokovic got a lot of attention too. So there'll be an international view about Australia being closed off and being a bit like Canada is at the moment. How do you overturn that quickly?
Oh, look, I think there's 2 or 3 things that we've got to do. I mean, clearly we will have to invest in that international promotion again. Tourism Australia does a great job. They will need the budget, the resources to be able to invest, to go back to our traditional source markets for tourists, and also to expand into new markets because markets like China, which has been so important in recent years, it's still not open. We won't see a big influx of tourists coming back from there soon. We've got to look at new markets that we can expand into. So that's going to cost money. There will be an investment that we have to make. We say that's about 240 million, but think of the payoff. Tourism is about a $45 billion a year export industry for Australia. So I think it's going to be worth taking that investment.
Yeah, China was our largest source of tourists, so we've got to work hard to replace that trade. Just very briefly, have we done enough to boost local self-sufficiency in manufacturing during the pandemic? We got caught out badly with face masks and hand sanitizer and respirators. Have we done enough to be more self-sufficient?
I don't think we've done enough. I think it has to be on the agenda. I think it's something that we've got to look at in terms of how we can build that local capacity. What are the things that we can do to really make Australia an attractive location for that sort of investment, that we can undertake the innovation, the experimentation that needs to be undertaken in terms of testing new products, ideas, technologies. I think that's a big area. I think it's something we really want to hear a lot from the major parties as they head into this forthcoming federal election. What are their plans to make Australia a much stronger location for local manufacturing?
Absolutely. I think economic nationalism is back on the agenda. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. I appreciate it.